We're back, everybody. Let's go.
There's
see.
more?
Oh.
Trial.
Trails.
There!
Trails.
Hey-ya!
Let's go see if Alan is stepping out on Bridget. Oh, no, that is Bridget.
Oh.
Why are you trying to stop me, Bridget? The 2nd Division finally signed off on letting me use these things, so I rushed over to tell you the good news. And this is how you respond? Don't you hear yourself, Alan? Please think about what you're saying. Can't you see something's wrong here? It was your dream to be in the 4th Division. Why would you throw that away to fight on the front lines? You don't have to worry about me. With these Zalvar soldats, I'll be totally fine. I'm happy that you came all this way to see me, but I need to hurry and get to the Tangrim Fortress. The war's not going to wait. All I ask is that you think about the bigger picture, Bridget. Or are you going to stand in the way of us crushing the Republic? Alan, Looks like we made it in time. It's you. Thanks for coming, everybody. Well, if it isn't the traitors from Thor's. Last I heard, you were working on some pathetic scheme. The Radiant Wings, was it? Did you come here to turn yourselves in? Alan, looks like he's been completely taken over by the curse. And he seems more or less to know what we've been doing, too. I really am stunned just by just how foolish you've become. The Emperor has Operation Jormungand and the Imperial Fortress at its disposal. In the face of such military might, resistance is absolutely futile. If you know all that and still choose to betray our country, you deserve everything that's coming to you. Even so, I'll be merciful and not arrest you here today. It's the least I can do. Go ahead and struggle right to the bitter end, Thor's alumni. Same goes for you, fallen hero. What do you mean by that? You really are clueless, aren't you? You were the Ashes Chevalier, the hero destined to lead Erebonia to greater glory, but you betrayed us. No one is going to rely on you anymore. The Empire needs a new hero, a new symbol of hope, and I'm just the man for the job. He's completely delusional. Oh, Alan, isn't there anything we can do for him? This misguided patriotism, not to mention his obsession with heroism, the curse really has its hooks in him. It's twisted his desire to protect Bridget into a single-minded devotion to the Empire itself. Bridget, I have an idea. See if you can buy me a little time. If it'll bring Alan back to his senses, I'll try anything. Alright, let's see what we can do. Reading the others put their heads together to make sense of the situation and to devise a countermeasure. The Great Twilight is probably affecting some specific emotion of Alan's and twisting it out of proportion. And since it's taken hold of him, he's become more and more unhinged. It makes sense that you'd know, having been a sacrifice yourself. Yeah, fate has a weird sense of humor. Honestly, Bridget is probably the only one who will be able to pull Alan back from the brink. We've seen others recover from this curse. If this plan works, we'll be able to save Alan, too. But first, we're going to need someone who is close to him to give him a nudge in the right direction. Make sense? But who would that be? I've got someone much better in mind than myself. He was in the same club as Alan. They were thick as thieves back then. Well, as much as two rivals can be, anyway. He should be over at the field exercise camp by St. Ursula Road. Right, he's not far. Let's head over there and see if we can get him to help. Is it Patrick? I think they were in the fencing club together. It is Patrick. Man, I remember people. Hey, Patrick, how are things going over here? Come for an update, have you? As you can see, we've made use of a gap in their defenses to move the Dereflinger to this region. With careful tactics, I'm certain we'll be able to strategically disrupt Operation Jormungand from here. For my part, the Ark Royale is on standby over at the eastern part of the Empire. With so many Thor's alumni coming together, it's going to be a spectacular military operation. It's an honor to be working alongside all of you. We're just performing the final checks on our Panzer Soldats. Once the hostilities begin, we'll give you as much backup as we possibly can. Please stay safe and come back alive. Thank you, all of you. Try to make the most of the time we have left. Whatever happens, let's give it everything we've got and fight without any regrets. Well said. We'll meet again, Schwarzer. Depend upon it. Patrick, do you have a minute? There's something I need to talk to you about. Sure, what's up? I'm guessing this isn't about battle strategy? After coming to terms with the news about Alan, Patrick agreed to help. As a fellow classmate, Ferris also insisted on participating in the plan. I can't believe it's come to this. Bridget was so upset, I didn't know what to tell her. I guess that's what happens when the Great Twilight and the curse start spreading this much. If we're going to have any chance of stopping him, we have to move fast. I've only known Alan a little over 2 years, but he's one of the most hardworking people I've ever met. In spite of that, I think his commoner background still bothers him, even if he doesn't realize it on a conscious level. Bridget's father is a baron, after all. That's quite a divide in terms of class. Her parents still think Alan is a good match for her, engagement or no engagement. Maybe he thinks becoming some kind of hero would finally make him worthy of her. It's a bold leap to make all for the sake of earning some respect. Everybody's got some kind of darkness in their heart. It simply manifests in different ways for all of us. If I'd stayed the way I was when I first enrolled at Thor's, it could just as easily be me in Alan's position right now. I'm in no position to judge either. But that's exactly why we have to show Alan that he's not alone. Bring him back to his old self. Even if we have to do it by force. Yeah, you're right. Alan's got 3 Zauber soldats on the outskirts of town, correct? We'll probably have to fight our way through. It sure isn't making it easy for us, but we can't back down. Rean, are you guys ready? Sure. We better not waste any time. Let's go. Right behind you. I will be joining you as well. Alan is my classmate too, and I have to think of Bridget. But Ferris, I thought we agreed. Let us take care of that. Vincent, you're here too? Heh. I guess I should have known you'd catch wind of this. Apologies, dear sister. You know how I love meddling. I don't know if it counts as meddling. It concerns us too. We're all Thor students here. It wouldn't hurt you to rely on us a little. Don't worry, we've set things up so we can seamlessly integrate into your strategy. It's worth having as much help as you can to bring Alan back, right? We also have a trick up our sleeves to deal with the Zauber soldats. Patrick, remember what we discussed before? It's all fixed up and ready to go. Hey, nice work. Alright, let's put this plan into action. Good luck. Bring the Alan we all know and love. Right. Okay. High level divine night battle. Let's do it. Patrick and Ferris joined up with Rean, and the 3 made their way to where Alan was. They also contacted other classmates who might be able to talk some sense into their former classmate. Miraculously, every single one of them agreed to heed the call for help. The other team members stayed behind to guard the courageous 2. Enough! I can't believe you're being so obstinate! Get out of my way, Bridget! I can't afford to waste any more time here. Alan, what are you? Who's the obstinate one here, Alan? You ought to treat a lady with a softer touch, my friend. That voice. Hiya, Bridgie. Yo, Alan. Been a while. Sorry it took so long. Thor's Military Academy's 221st class is here to see you. Those of us who could come on short notice, at least. Don't forget about me, Ghost Millium. You all came. Even you, Ghost Millium? Us too. We couldn't afford to miss out on this. Don't forget it was Clystico's high-speed ships that got you all here. We wouldn't do this for just anyone, but a classmate's a classmate. Oh yes, just like the gluten that holds together an exquisite baguette, the bond between Thors and graduates is special. Yes, dear, the gluten that holds together the baguette. Yes, gluten.
Gluten.
You cannot escape it no matter where you go. Don't make me laugh. You're nothing but traitors, all of you. As if that weren't bad enough. You just had to join them, didn't you? What are you doing here, Patrick? Come to pity the poor soldier headed to war? What's with you, Alan? You and Patrick used to be such good friends. He's so aggressive all of a sudden. It's like the years we spent together at the academy never even happened. This is what the curse does to people. It digs up old insecurities and picks away at them until they consume you. Alan, we all came here when we heard what was happening to you. And I have to say, I'm disappointed. As your friend and rival, it is my duty to tell you, all this posturing, it's pathetic. What? Look, I understand where you're coming from. You worked so hard to get into the 4th Division. It must have been frustrating being eclipsed by so many overachievers. Oh, yeah. Then there's the matter of Bridget's parents. They may not have outright condemned your relationship, but they didn't exactly celebrate it either. There's only so much that hard work can achieve before you hit a wall. I have a feeling you've learned that the hard way. But you know what? I preferred seeing you frustrated. What you're doing now is just seizing power with a shortcut. You're throwing away the very work ethic that made you special. From where I'm standing, that doesn't look like progress. It looks more like giving up. It wounds me to say this, but you're acting the part of a talentless commoner, and that isn't you. You're saying I'm running from my problems? How dare you, Patrick? What would you know about anything? Blimey, the hell is that? Looks like he's linked to it. This could be bad. The curse of the Empire is totally consuming him. There's only one way left to settle this. Come, DC Douglas. Whoa, it's Valimar in the flesh, or metal, and a Spiegel too. That sword. Oh, am I warming the bench today? Fool, this isn't a rivalry. There's no need for you to get involved. It's Rien's old Zemirian Oritachi. We just so happened to find it, so we fixed it up. Good as new. So this is your cursed comrade. It hangs heavily upon him. I can sense the ebon mist encircling his body. The soldats controlling are also completely linked to the Great Twilight. Regard him with the same caution you would a divine knight. Tread carefully, my Awakener and his friends. Right. Let's do this. So this is your grand plan? You can't harness a divine knight's true power with that sword. And as for the Spiegel, you've got some nerve trying to take me on in that defective hunk of metal. Allow me to show you just how superior these Zalbar soldats are at maximum resonance. Rien, Patrick, the rest is up to you. Break this curse and bring Alan back to us. Leave it to us. Time for the final push. Patrick, Valimar, get ready. Yes. I can even bring in Ghost Millium. I think I will bring in Ghost Millium. I need to make the tier 3 orbs too.
I'm up! Allow me! There! Now! Take this! You're mine! Take this!
It's my turn!
Now! An opening!
Allow me! Ha! Too easy! You're mine!
My turn.
Let's go!
Allow me! Take this! You're mine! Take this!
Here I go! Yeah!
I'm up!
Allow me! There! You're mine! Take this!
Now. There.
Allow me! There! Too easy! You're mine! Take this! You're mine! Take this!
I'm up!
Ha! It's down! An opening!
Take this! You're mine! Take this!
Here I go! Spirit!
I can't lose.
Get back! It's down! An opening!
Allow me! Take this!
Yeah. Spirit.
Now! Allow me!
Here I go! Charge!
It's my turn!
They're both going for me? Okay, works for me.
Now!
Take this!
Take this! Take this!
You're mine!
Now.
Allow me! Spirit!
Let's go!
Shit! Now!
Allow me! There! Chewie! You're mine!
It's my turn!
Tough! Now! An opening!
I'm up! Charge!
Take this! You're mine! Take this! Allow me! Chewie! You're mine! You're mine! Take this!
It's my turn!
Yeah.
Take this! You're mine! Take this!
There!
Allow me! Chewie! You're mine!
Let's go!
Now!
Now!
Now. There.
Take this!
Here I go! Yeah!
That was easy.
All right. Nice work.
That was easier than I was expecting, honestly. Grrrg. How could I lose? This is impossible. I can't accept this. I won't. I'll never admit defeat. I have to protect Bridget with my own two hands. Why? That's what I want to know, Alan. Why are you trying to do this all alone? Why do you always do this? Can't you just accept our help for once? This has nothing to do with class. You and I both have something we want to protect. Why can't we do that together? Together? Alan, you're not alone in this. That frustration you feel burning within you because you despise your own weakness, it's something I know all too well. It's something that consumed me when I became the sacrifice for the Great Twilight. I thought that I had to shoulder the whole burden myself. I also know what it's like to let your pride get in the way of seeing yourself for who you really are. But thanks to everyone from Class 7 and the fencing club, I started to surmount my arrogance and grow as a person. I swear on the bonds we've built together, I will bring you back to your senses. Rean, Patrick. I know we only spent 1 year with you guys, but it's thanks to that time we had together that everybody is standing here now. Well, Milliam's floating there, but, you know. Though we weren't in the same class, between club meetings and joint lessons, we were still connected in a way, weren't we? We all went to the school festival too, remember? And even when the Civil War broke out, everyone in Thor's banded together to try to stop it. None of us could have done that alone. Right, lifting each other up is what allowed us to ascend to further heights. In a way, seeking strength from each other to compensate for our own shortcomings is what brought us together. Nobody's perfect. We've all got our own problems to deal with. But that needn't be a bad thing. A lot has changed since then, but our bonds remain as strong as ever. You guys... Besides, you're not the only one who's had it hard since we graduated. No shame in reaching out to any of us, you know? Yeah, I've got so many connections these days. I'm sure I could hook you up with whatever you need. You can also count on the Floral family. We're plenty connected, too. And we were all too happy to answer the call when Bridget asked. Can't you do the same and let us help you? And this isn't one-sided either. And this isn't a one-sided deal, either. Seeing you give 110% to everything you did always inspired me. I want to repay the favor, if you'll let me. Same here. You all gave me the courage to carry on. With confidence. You may not have noticed it at the time, but it still meant a lot to me. To everyone. But we're all the same as you, Alan. We're all just trying to be better and help each other out as best we can. That's just life, right? We're only human, after all. It's part of what makes life so interesting. Beryl, when did you get here? Nice to see you're just as stealthy as ever. See, Alan, this is what we're talking about. Every single person here came because they were worried about you. Because they all wanted to help. Now tell me, isn't it just the sweetest thing you've heard all month? I guarantee you'll be surprised how much you've all grown in the last 2 years. You can rely on us, you know? You might say I have a wee bit of experience dealing with stubborn arses. Right, Hugo? I have no idea who you're referring to. But I do think you could stand to be a little more flexible, Alan. Relying overmuch on your own power could make you lose sight of what's really important. All this, just for me. What have I been thinking all this time? It's nothing to be ashamed of, Alan. Take a step back and think. What is it you really want? What's most important to me? Of course, it's been right in front of my face all along. We saved our cursed friend.
Yay.
And so, Alan came to his senses and apologized shortly before passing out from exhaustion. As he lay in the arms of his lover, his expression was one of peace and relief, as if a great weight, a curse, had been lifted from his heart. It had been a grueling battle on all fronts, but everyone agreed it was worth it to bring their old friend back to his senses. We saved our cursed friend!
Yeah.
Now we can take Bridget for ourselves.
No.
Aw. No need to worry, the curse has been lifted. It was afflicting him for so long that he's not going to be up on his feet again right away. I've done what I can, but the rest is up to Alan. He'll wake up eventually, it'll just take time. Phew, that's a relief. He wouldn't let something like this keep him down. He'll be fine. Thank goodness. And thank you all. Thank you for bringing my Alan back to me. I don't think I've ever felt happier in my life. We really didn't do all that much. Alan laid the groundwork. It's thanks to the bonds he made at Thor's that we were able to get through to him. I've got to admit, I didn't think so many people would make it. We even had people we didn't call showing up. Just goes to show you that good friends will always come running when you're in trouble. So many people helped out with this. I don't know how I'll ever be able to thank them enough. Hugo said he'd take care of the Zalber soldats for us. He probably feels guilty for all the trouble he's caused. We've already come this far, so nothing's going to stop us now. That's what being Thor's students is all about. That reminds me, Elliot, you said you were in touch with the military, right? Yeah, I got my dad to revoke Alan's transfer to the 2nd Division. I know Lieutenant Colonel Neidhart was worried about him too. I'm looking forward to giving him the good news. Yes, I'm sure he'll be relieved. Alan's going to need plenty of rest and care, but I'm sure Bridget is up to the task. We'll give you two some privacy. Sure, and thanks again for all your help. I don't know when I'll see you again, but you can bet Alan and I will both be cheering you on. I'll be praying for the success of your big plan. Thanks, we'll give it our all. Next time we meet, it'll be a brighter tomorrow, one free from the great twilight. Excellent, I'm holding you to that. Hyosho Gem, huh? Hyosho Daigoku. Little irrelevant. Okay. Ulster. Which is in Sutherland. And you say there's still 4 more after this one, huh?
I believe so.
Yeah. Hey, Sandy, I came here after seeing your request, but... Instructor Reen, you're here. I know you're really busy right now. You can't even begin to imagine how much I appreciate it. Don't worry about it. I guess you could say I don't want to leave anything unfinished that I might regret later. So what about the Harvest Festival? Right. Mom and I were just discussing it, actually. Ever since the incident with Clystico, pretty much all of Ulster's been really down in the dumps, even Mayor Mathen. I couldn't help but worry that everyone was going to fall apart, so I started thinking about whether there was anything we could do. The Harvest Festival was put off due to the war and Prince Oliver's passing, but maybe holding it anyway will breathe life back into the town. You know, I can understand your line of thought. These kinds of traditional events can really lift people's spirits. It'd be a breath of fresh air. Exactly. If you're okay with it, we actually have some tasks we'd like your help with. Do you think you can make some time? Yeah, sure, why not? It sounds like a great idea. I'll do what I can. That's such a relief to hear. I know that's quite sudden and all, but we're still lacking some key items for the festival ceremony. If you could help us gather them, it would be an incredible help. Key items? Yes, 3 of them. First, we need Sunny Lilies to offer at the altar. Normally, you'd be able to find them in bloom just outside of town, but they withered before they had a chance to bud this year. Still, I bet you could find a flower shop in Ordis that has some. Sunny Lilies. Got it. There's a florist on North Street that we can check. The second item is Galette Flour. It's used to make gallets for everyone at the festival. If I remember correctly, it's known as buckwheat flour in the East. Pretty sure that Nyosui Ann and Leaves doesn't have any in stock right now. You can look for it on East Street or in one of Crossbell's import shops. I appreciate the advice. I'll be sure to stop by. And last but not least, Maple Basil. It's for the Gillette, of course. Oh, but the local shops... but the local plant's already wilted, and I'm not sure where you can find it in a store. You can visit Lisa at the bakery in Leaves. She's practically a walking encyclopedia for herbs. You might know where you can find them. We'll pay you a visit then. Just to recap, we need to visit Ortis, Crossbell, and Leaves to collect what you need. I can definitely see how this would be pretty challenging for the two of you to handle. You took the words right out of my mouth. That's why this will be such a big help. If it's okay with you, just tell us what you spend afterward and we'll pay you back all at once. The two of us will get started on the food and prep and decorations. Thank you so much. You're lifesavers. No worries. Just leave it to us. Yeah. Friggin' it would be tough for them because they don't have instantaneous travel like I do. You know?
Yeah.
They don't have instant travel like I do. No instant transmission. I don't think it'll be just as quite so simple, though. As just go to those 3 places and get them. I think one of the shops is not going to have it. You know?
Yeah.
My sleepy little thing.
I am getting tired, but I had some chocolate, so hopefully the sugar is enough.
Enough sugar. Glycine's flower shop, huh? Can't think of a better place for us to find those flowers than here. Excuse me, do you carry Sunny Lilies? Why, it's lovely to see some customers for a change. It's been going through a real dry patch with these times as they are. But you see, unfortunately, our Sunny Lilies are currently out of stock. Shocking. You might get your hands on some if you head over to Brionia Island. Not that that's really an option right now. That's alright. Thanks anyway. We'll figure something out. I'm sorry that I couldn't help you find what you need. If they were blooming over in Brionia Island, then maybe it'd be faster to go pick them ourselves. Let's go over there and look for Sunny Lilies then. What did I tell you? One of the items is gonna... At least one of the items is gonna be out of stock and force me to actually go fucking pick it up from an adventure. Alright, where the hell is it at?
Ha! Shit!
Oh, okay, those are the hot springs. Alright, let's run for some Sunny Lilies. Runny Lilies. Lilies of the feet.
Ha! Shit!
Alright, not much to really say other than let's get the stuff in the things. Oh, these must be Sunny Lilies. They kind of remind me of the flowers growing on the road to Hamel. Let's pick a few and get going. We still need some other ingredients. The basil that Sandy asked for, she might know something about it. Liza, do you know... I know this is out of the blue, but do you know anything about maple basil? Sandy asked us to get some, so we're looking for some. Oh, you're looking for maple basil? That's actually pretty rare. You definitely won't find it in any stores around here. But there's a place you can pick it yourself. Where can we find it? At the Branch Campus's vegetable garden. Really? I talked to Sandy about it right before everyone left for the field exercises in Heimdall. In exchange for taking care of it while she was away, I received permission to use a section of it for myself. I see, so you decided to grow maple basil there. That's right, though I have to say, I'm a little surprised at the coincidence. Oh, could it be? What your fiancé left behind for you was... Yup. Oh, but all I did was plant the seeds you found from the instructor. The leaves should have gotten bigger by now. They're ready to be harvested. I want to help you and Sandy, so please take as much as you like. I think you'd be happy to know they're being used. Thank you, Liza. We'll make good use of them. So I don't know if you remember in game 2 or 3 with her dead husband letter.
Yeah, it was really depressing and I'm sad again.
Dead husband leaves. Hey, dear.
What?
Everything she has leaves.
Why would you do that? Why do you act like that?
Well, because you're not here to slap some sense into me. So, I mean, what's the fucking... Ain't nothing stopping me. Ain't nothing holding back my power. I got that dog in me. Row, row.
Oh my god.
This must be the dead husband's plant Sandy wanted. The ones back in Ulster all wilted. Like her husband. But the seeds that Liza planted here have grown up really well. Unlike her husband. I'll just take a few. There, that should be enough. Well, we still need some other ingredients. And now we have to go to Crossbells East Street. What, you don't like my macabre way of looking at things?
It's sad.
Yeah, just call me Trolley Tom.
Okay.
I make all the amoral decisions. Sandy asked us to find some Gillette flour. I'll ask to see if they have any here. Excuse me, do you have any Galette flour? I don't really know how I'd want to pronounce that word. It looks like it'd be Italian. Gillette flour? Oh, right, sorry, we call it buckwheat flour where I'm from. Oh, sure, we've got plenty. We've actually been having trouble shifting it, actually. It's from outside the Empire, so I guess people don't use it in Erebonian dishes. I'm glad we finally found somebody who wants some. Same here, we've been looking everywhere. It's 500 mirror a bag. Hope that doesn't run your pockets too deep. You want to buy some right now? You've got yourself a sale. Great, thanks for your business. Okay, that's everything. We should go back to Ulster. Alright. Okay. Kai, bring something back from the distillery, okay? Tilia, help me carry a table. Alright, I'll be back in a bit. I feel like those tasks should have been shifted, but whatever. I'll try my best, too. You look busy, Sandy. We brought what you asked for. Oh, Instructor Reen, thank you. Reen handed over the items Sandy asked for. Sunny lilies, Gillette flour, maple basil, you have it all. You found everything so quickly. Thank you so much, Instructor Reen. Well, it wasn't too bad. I can teleport. I have to get ready now, but I hope you enjoy the Harvest Festival. We will. Not. Ulster's Harvest Festival. I'm sure Toval and His Highness would have been interested. It might be enough for him to come, but just letting him know won't do any harm. Or tough for him to come. A little while after, Ulster's Harvest Festival was finally ready to begin. Like, I didn't want to see the Harvest Festival, I just wanted to help with it, but yeah. That turkey looked like it had a face on it. Face turkey. Skull turkey. I almost forgot about skull turkey. How could I almost forget about skull turkey? Whew. You were almost safe, dear. I almost forgot about skull turkey.
No.
Thank you for letting me know, Reen. You're gonna let His Highness and everyone else know too, right? I did, but they looked really busy when I contacted them. Then again, there are people out there who are facing life or death situations. It's not really time for smiles and laughter, is it? Okay, that's fair. Well, I'll just take care of that then. Anyway, putting together such a nice festival in such a short amount of time. Your students never fail to impress, do they? They really don't. As an instructor, I honestly couldn't ask for more. Instructor Reen, Toval, have you sampled the food yet? The Gillette's over there, the special one you brought us the ingredients for. I can't believe that you made this with your own two hands, Sandy. You put people decades older than you to shame, you know that? I couldn't agree more. The basil is so fragrant, and it spread so evenly throughout the Gillette. That's nice of you both to say. Oh, and I wanted to let you know that we were able to decorate the altar with those sunny lilies. Being able to do the Harvest Festival justice means a lot to me. Fingers crossed that it's enough to give the people of the town a little pep in their step. I know what you mean, Sandy. But getting back on your feet emotionally can take a bit of time. So even if they don't look it, I'm sure your kindness has reached their hearts. They'll be on the up and up soon enough. It's already starting to work, Sandy. The town feels a little lighter, like it's emerging from the gloom that was taking over. And it's the same for us. Your delicious cooking has given Reen and me a huge boost. That's as good a review as I come. Thank you so much, you two. Okay, thank you for your patience, everyone. I know that voice. That's right, Sherazard Harvey, traveling dancer extraordinaire, here to join the Ulster Harvest Festival. And I will serve as your attendant, as always. Sherazard, Mueller. Talk about extraordinary guests. I can't believe that this is actually happening. Am I just seeing things? Nope. The prince is back. Olivier Lenheim, traveling musician, at your service. If you would all be so kind as to lend me your ears, I would love the honor of performing a piece for you. He plays music. She dances. He pours drink. She drinks. He gets drunk. She don't. This is a miracle. I'm so happy to see them, but I'm too ashamed to show my face. Mayor Matham, if you're hesitating or if you feel regret, then that's all the more reason to speak to them. Even in these times, she really does seem to love dancing. She does, and it's so beautiful. It really is. The way she aligns her movements with His Highness's is incredible. Even if the eye patch isn't exactly ideal, I'm just glad our prince is alive and well. Absolutely, that alone is enough reason to offer thanks to Adios. There really isn't anyone else quite like him. It's true, he always takes things in a beautiful look. God. His Highness constantly orders me around, but even I'm glad to see it. I haven't seen reckless behavior like this from him for a while now. It's nice to see every now and then, I have to say. Sherazard's dancing brought the festival's excitement back up again. Olivier then chatted with the Ulster residents. He told them of how he had managed to survive and how he had been concealing his identity ever since. Well, an eye patch isn't doing a good enough job concealing your identity, I must say. Harvest Festival, a success in large part thanks to Sandy's efforts, began nearing its end. After they decided to take a break, Reen and the others stood in front of the stone monument at the Lenheim residence. It's well past the point of really mattering now. But was showing yourself like that a good idea? Fear not, when it comes to this town, everyone's ability to keep a secret is something that I have complete confidence in. The thing is, to me, they're as good as family. And family worries about and takes care of each other. They're all going to work in earnest to protect me. That's as good as guaranteed. I agree completely. I never in a million years would have imagined that this place could burn down like that. This was where you and your mom lived, right? Right, as people who shunned luxury and treated everyone equally. To me, those days were humble, warm, and above all, deeply fulfilling. And when I tried to defer you, she became so angry. When I listen to you talk about it, I start to get a pretty good picture in my head. She's why you and Lieutenant Colonel Mueller are so close, if I remember correctly. I know that most people say this about their family, but she really was a special person. She was so full of love. I wish you were here, Mom. I know that you're still up there worrying about me. I hope that you're always watching over us. They offered a prayer as they stood in front of the monument. They then left Ulster, seen off by the town's residents. Take that, more sad. Yeah, what are you gonna do with all that sad, dear?
I don't know.
Cry? What, you gonna cry about it?
I might.
Okay, you can cry your little boo-hoo tears.
I will cry my boo-hoo tears. That's sad. I'm sad.
Where is the shelf of books that I wish to see? I can't remember which ones we last read. Lionheart Emperor. Okay, we read that one. We read about the salt pail that you got sad about. Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The Orbital Shutdown Phenomenon, year 1203. Septian calendar, 1203 February. The southern reaches of the Sutherland province. All oral power came to a sudden stop in the area around Parm and Titus Gate. It had been a relatively mild winter, but without lights, communications, or heaters, the people of Parm found themselves subjected to cold and darkness for an entire week. Sutherland's provincial army was called in to provide aid. After a short investigation, the source of the outage was determined to be a city-sized airship that appeared over Valeria Lake in Liberl, the neighboring kingdom to the south. The floating structure had a height of 5,000 and a length of 3,000 arge. The ancient Sumerian structure drew in nearly all orbital energy from the entirety of Liberl into itself. Thus, the southern reaches of Erebonia were affected as well. 3 days after the incident began, the Imperial Army's 3rd Armored Division moved with surprising speed from Dreckner Fortress to Parm, and then on Titus Gate, giving support to those affected along the way. Though the Army's orbital tanks ceased to function near the Empire's southern border, they also had a large number of steam-powered tanks available. Using the combustion-driven models allowed even them to get around without relying on orbital energy. Even the cannons themselves used gunpowder ammunition. Though it wasn't ideal, it was enough to allow them to respond to the situation. The leader of the 3rd Armored Division was Lieutenant General Zex Vander, a member of the Imperial family. With guarding the Imperial family and an army led mostly by Warhawks, he felt conflicted as he led his division south into Liberlian territory. The government's stated reason for his current orders were to protect the citizens during the power outage and assist Liberl during the current crisis. The strange part was that the steam-powered tanks, which were vastly inferior to orbital-powered models, had been commissioned by the Imperial government and provided to the army only a month before the incident. Though the 3rd Armored Division was the first to make it to the border, a number of other divisions were on their way. In the end, the military intervention was stopped thanks to Prince Oliver of Erebonia's Imperial family and Brigadier General Cassius Bright of the Liberlian army. With the arrival of Liberl's functioning airship, the Arsail, as proof they could handle the situation without Erebonia's assistance, they were given the time they needed to restore power to the region. As orbital energy returned to the southern reaches of the Empire, so did relative peace between the two nations. To certain individuals, however, it was clear that the Faceless, the Angus of Ouroboros responsible for engineering the incident, had connections to Erebonia's intelligence division. The small autonomous weapons the Faceless utilized during this period would later become known as combat shells. So, you know how the Black Records were ancient records passed down through the Imperial family for generations? Right. This book that's been passed down for generations is talking about stuff that happens in the first 2 Sky games. Which is only like a few years, which is only like 3 or 4 years before what we're doing now. Okay. And these were written decades ago. Centuries ago, actually. The twilight begins, year 1206, which is where we're at now. Between flame and earth, the wavering darkness begins to spin the tale of the end. First, the conflict of the great gods of the second pillar. Second, the fusion of earth and flame and the completion of the 7 vessels. Third, the beginning of the 1,000-year city and the acceptance of the Grawl. Fourth, the disappearance of the Holy Beast and the catastrophe of the Whispering Dragons. Fifth, the recapture of the capital and the Vermilion Curse. Sixth, the Lion's War and the sacrifice of the Holy Maiden. Seventh, the appearance of the Giant Pillar in the north and the Unwanted Child. Eighth, the sacrifice of the village and the 100 Days campaign. Ninth, the Great Blue Tree to the east and the appearance of the Cursed Castle. Thus the 1,000-year-old wish was fulfilled. When the sacrifice is made and the ancient blood flows, the path to the Grawl of Erebos shall open. When the tainted holy beast is pierced by the blade, the world's end and its blood fills the Grawl, the great twilight shall fall upon the land. And that's, I believe that's all the Black Records. So, yeah. Until next time, everybody.
Till next time.